Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Hey, motion. Bumps out the helmet. Here we go. 95's a six. I can't believe they let you play.
Throwing to start the drive. Meyer. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's good for Jacksonville. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Set, ready. Now the wolf. Mike 58 right there. I'm going to come back to you.
On first down, Beck. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah. Take four.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 8. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And the Jaguars send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better. than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Check 15, check 15.
Let's go.
A man who played college football here in the Sunshine State. It's USF's Marlon Mack. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that if they have to punt the ball, they've done so with that first run.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. 2nd and 6. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Looking to throw. Campbell. He's got Jack Doyle. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. They run the draw play with Mack. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
10-2 stop.
Operating from the gun, Campbell. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
X3, 218, chop.
Campbell off the play fake. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
Let's go. 18, Gator.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. Check.
Look at me. Go. Ready.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Ready. 8, read.
Hey, pick your game up. Check.
Any weapons?
Now Campbell looking to throw on second down. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Jaguars 0.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He's going to fire one deep. Middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 56 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Beck. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Jacksonville, first down and goal to go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
It's a gain of a yard.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
SOS. 95's the same. No, check. He's Mike. You must be
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Flushed out right. They can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Telvin Smith has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Let's go now. 10 Lobo.
Let's go, defense.
Christian, travel.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Let's go.
Here's Campbell to throw on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Meyer. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st down, it's Beck. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hatchet.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Meyer got Gordon open, completes it. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
36. You got Porter. Lucky.
They'll run on first down. Church. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Coming in 6-6. Pull it high.
2nd and 1. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Telvin Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. To throw is Campbell on 3rd down. Flush, and the pressure gets to him again. Miles Jack with a sack.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only give up the field?
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Eric Berry, the safety, comes flying in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
95, Mike. What 95? Man, that's trash.
Back to throw. Meyer into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
We got this. Ready. Go 58's the money. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want none.
Off play action. Meyer. He's going to air one out. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things.
95.
Throwing again. Meyer. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
In your face.
On third down, Meyer looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, it's Mack, and he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, so that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Set 30 base.
Drop deep, drop deep. Check, 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 check.
Ready?
On third down, Church. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
On first down, Beck. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Meyer. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Meyer going deep downfield and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Suddenly it's first and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smarter approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Yup, yup. 58 for Mike. 58. 58 for Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line.
Go.
Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
On first and 10, Meyer. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, Meyer going deep downfield for Ross. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
Let's go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's think they're going to do to attack us in the second half? Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready, ready.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Matchbox lights.
Switch. Pick and choose the light.
Deep grip.
Campbell down. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Ready, set.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Campbell. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big play there for Indy. 55 yards.
First down, Indianapolis.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Church. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here we go. First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Jaguars,
They're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
that last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Meyer. This one caught by his tight end Oliver. 22 yards there, a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing on first down. Meyer. Open man is Ross, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, I'm coming. 58, right over there, right there.
Looking to throw. Meyer got a man open. It's Ross. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Meyer toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Slam.
Operating from the gun. Campbell. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Trying to lay one. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's back, and they're able to bring him down at the 20. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
On 1st down, Meyer. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th. Throwing on 3rd and long. Meyer. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Campbell, off play action. And he gets it to Bunches, complete. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot. Watch it.
You draw quarter.
They'll run on first down. Mack. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now Campbell to throw on 3rd down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Looking to throw. Meyer connecting here with DJ Shark. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Jaguars first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first and 10, Meyer. This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Oliver. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And he slings one that's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Jaguars on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Meyer. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Their mobile quarterback. His 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are back within a single score. The extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Protein spill. Leo. Rock it.
He's checking cracks.
Fight.
Here's Marlon Mack. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Campbell operating from the gun. That's complete to Marlon Mack. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
On first down, Church. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back.
Ready up.
44, Mike, 44.
General West.
Slam.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Colts on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check safety. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll try the left side. Church. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this score will stay right where it is. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
58, come on.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc. He's back to throw. Finds his tight end Oliver here outright. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Oh, he fakes a spike. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So backed up closer to the danger zone here from the 2. This is 2nd and long. The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee.
And with that kneel down at the end of the game, partner, they now get to 3-1. This is a good football team we saw in this game.
It is indeed getting to 2 games above 500, and I know early on, while they said they wanted to win every game, they thought they would be solid with a 3-1 start, and here they are.
Yeah, you break your schedule up almost into quarters, every 4 games, and assess 3-1. Any team would take that.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home and split our road games. That's what you're trying to get done. So you're exactly right. A road win, precious, especially within the division.
So for the Colts, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home